Hello all, welcome to BISPtrainings.com. My name is Amit and today I'm going to show you some basic data analysis using line, band and box features in Tableau. We got four nice simple requirements. I'm going to walk you through with all four requirements and we see how to do this. They are basic requirements. So in the problem first, I like to display the list of products which are more than the average sales of all the products for a given year. Let's say I need a list of all those products where sales is more than the average sales for 2014. So by drawing this line, we can make it simple, right? So all the products which above this line are more than the average list of the product where sales is more than the average sales. The same can be presented by using boxes. You see a yellow box represent over here. These are the products which are more than the average sales of all the products. So this way we can easily highlight the required information from your list of all the data. Now the same example I'm going to extend over here. I need a list of all the product where product sales is more than the average sales across different market type. There are multiple markets. I confined over here to two markets. The first market over here is Central and second one over here East. I need list of product where my sales is more than the average sales and less than the maximum sales. So by highlighting those products, it made it easy for me to understand and pay attention to those products where sales is above average across different product market. The third problem I'm going to show over here, I need to see list of all the products where sales is in between 60 to 80% of the average sales of all the product, right? So you see I drawn a line over here, a band with a different color, and it shows there is only one product so far where sales in between 60 to 80% of average sales. And finally, in fourth requirement, we would like to see only those products where sales is 10% more than the average sales of all the products. So I see there are two products which fall in between 10% more than the average sales. These are the basic analysis you can do through line and boxes. Let's see how to do this. It's pretty easy. So I'm going to use Tableau 8.1 desktop in today's example, and we would be using a sample data, MS Access data, which ship along with your Tableau Access, coffee chain access data. And well, I need a list of products, so I place them in my column, and I need to see the sales. I'm going to display them in our bar chart. And let's do the first example. I need a list of product where my first example was list of product where product sales is more than the average sales for a given year. So I'll apply a filter on my year. I drag and drop filter over here, and I say I like to apply filter on 2012, and now I right click and there's an option called add reference line, band and box. I select this option. I use line and I draw a line for entire table, and I like to highlight those products which are greater than average sales. I'll use a dark red color to explicitly define all the products which are more than the average. And I also like to see the icon display computation, which displays simple message called average. I could display value over here as average, or I could use a custom defined message and display computation averages. Average value. So average is 30,854 USD, and all the products which are above, displaying above this line, are called more than the average sales of all the product for year 2012. Let's extend the same example, and I would like to see the same information in a box to explicitly highlight those products which fall in between average sales and maximum sales. So I right click and edit reference line and change the line type to band and define the upper limit and lower limit. Band from average to maximum. And how would you highlight? I'll choose this color over here. I want them to be highlighted with this color. Apply, and I display value over here in both the cases. So I could see the average value and maximum value. See, this is average value, this is maximum value. And all the product fall between these two yellow box. Between this yellow box are more than the average sales and less than the maximum sales. I could further display, rather than displaying just a number, we could display custom defined message exactly the way I did before. Custom defined message, computation averages, average value. I simple copy and paste over here, value, custom, and paste over here. Now I could see the average and the maximum value is in between. Let's extend the same example, and in the next requirement we would like to display all those products where the sales is 10%, sales is in between 60 to 80. Sales is between 60 to 80 of average sales, 60% and between 80% of average sales. So I can add another line or box. I'm going to edit the same reference line or box, and rather than using band, this time I use distribution, and distribution could be applied for entire table or individual pane. And the default value over here, value 60 and 80% of average, I can type over here. So in case you want 70 to 90%, you can type over here 70 to 90% as well. Average 70% of average to 90% of average in between, and we can draw a box, a nice box which fill this value. So I could see over here, I can use the color over here. The one which fall in between the orange color are the list of the product where sales is in between 70 to 90% of my average sales. So this way we can differentiate the product depends upon the sales pattern for a given year or given market. The extension to the same example, I like to see only those products where sales is 10% more than the average sales. 10% more than the average sales of all the product for a given year. So I can simply define, edit this box, and rather than using 70 to 90%, I'll modify and say between 100 to 110%. I use percentage over here and draw above and below. Draw above, or I could leave it and just draw with a green color. I could see there's only one product where sales is in between 100%, which is average, and more than 10% of my average. We did all the analysis with respect to only one product. We can extend this analysis and add across multiple markets or multiple product line. For example, I like to see the same information across different markets. So I drag and drop place market over here in my column. So right now it's showing the average of all the markets. In order to make it meaningful, I apply filter and say market for Central and East. And the value which I see, the average of all the product which fall between 100 and 110% of my average. We can change this for a specific market type. Right click, edit, and change the scope of entire table to per pane. So now it will show me for each market type list of products which fall between average sales and 10% more than the average sales. So you see, by using line reference and boxes, you can do a lot of meaningful analysis to the business. That's it for today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos about Tableau. Thank you and have a great day ahead.